Let's quickly listen. Oh, look how professional we are. Ooh. Not just yet. All right, welcome everybody.
What did you say?
Right, that should be. One last thing. Sweet. We should be live. Everything should be good now. Can you see us? We're starting something new and fresh, everybody. How exciting! We got overlays. All right, welcome everybody to the market. I'm just going to do a quick little intro, and then I will be out. I've got to just stop to do some normal stuff. But welcome everybody to the stream. We're currently looking at Flub's desktop. Market open. Taking a little stab this morning already. Unfortunately, nicked out, and we're now watching it. News came through today. Pretty, how can I say, inflationary. Numbers are less people jobless. The Philly index is through the moon, and continuous jobless is absolutely bang on where they predicted it to be. Big news coming out tomorrow. I know that. So we've got PCE coming out tomorrow. If you are a news trader, that is the one you want to be in. That is going to be a banger of a day. Tomorrow is going to be nuts. Like, I'm looking at everything. It's all of the consumer spending. It's all of the inflation numbers for the whole kind of Western world, as it were. So everything in Europe, everything in America, the whole Eurozone, the UK. Woo! Today might be a range day. I'm actually almost certain today is going to be a bit of a rangy day. So that's on me. I'll get to my chart now, but for the moment, I'll leave you with a very capable and handsome Flub.
Did you send that link?
Which one?
Are you meant to send it to Nuki?
Oh, for our live stream today?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send that to you.
Sweet. Too easy. So, highest. Sweet. So 24,720, obviously our highest put support level for the day. Highest core resistance up at 25,130. 600 on the Qs has been a very, very reactive level over the week. So yeah, definitely one to keep an eye on today. Again, also, we've had quite a bearish market this morning, or overnight already. Very, very bearish London, Asia. I've got to. I've been running late today. Apologies. Still got to set up this. Just got couple new accounts to chuck in as well. And big dump again. So let me just get all my things open here. Hang on. I'm streaming only my application, and I want to change that. So entire screen one, share. Boom. All right. Here's our lovely Tanuki trades. Apologies, that was on a smaller screen. So the trading view indicator updates at certain times during the day. It should be updating now in the next few minutes. So I'm just waiting for fresh levels in there. Yeah, it's in the market today again. Everything's looking quite bearish. This updates every minute though, so these levels will all change every minute as the market changes and adapts. Standalone. Very, 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 very cool. If you guys want to use this. Select which real-time gex levels to copy for manual override. What is this? This is new. Okay. I wasn't going to talk about it. I wasn't sure if we were allowed to talk about it, but obviously it's on here. So they are bringing out a replay, and I'm not sure if it's on here standalone or if that maybe where the copy levels will come into play. So you can go. It's a new feature they're bringing out, so you can actually copy their levels as they update here, and then there will be a feature on TradingView within the app that we can then paste the levels in here, and it'll update it. So if this drastically changes, and they haven't, just with TradingView, they are restricted to 5 updates a day. So doing it this way, we can then paste it. I'm unsure where it will be yet, but it will be somewhere here. We can paste in the new levels that we copy from the website. So obviously this is looking like a nice short here. 24,800. Oh, this could be a nice resistance, maybe. Close that gap fill on the Qs from this morning. Oh, Jesus, we've got a big gap. Yeah, so we'll now be able to copy these levels as they change. If they change drastically, we can put it into TradingView, which is super duper cool. Every single but earliest. Every Q's but every gex data. Okay. Not sure what this is. We're bringing real gex levels synced to your TradingView charts in 4 days. Copy a snapshot of gex. Go back and paste them into Tanuki Trade Gex Pro Indicator. What this means for you, the TradingView indicator auto update level refresh time 5 times a day with manual override. You'll always see the exact same refresh levels as the web app. No more waiting. Total freedom. That is amazing. So these guys really put a lot of effort into the polished product. They don't compromise on polish to try and get the updates out to us quicker. Delayed data 1 minute. Live spot prices coming in Feb. Okay. So we use this on 0 DTE, so these are today's levels. Yeah. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. So, all right, so we've got stacked levels down at 24,720. Absolute OI is stacked down there too, so we'll see how this market reacts when it gets down there. I won't be taking a trade just yet. So we're just getting all these new string things sorted out, etc., etc. Jesus. Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. Sweet. All right. So I just did a little segment on the Tanuki bit, just that'll cover a lot more of it later. So, how has he changed the background color? Very strange. Tanuki, if you know how to change the background box of the text. Tony's has changed to white, and we're unsure how. Exactly what we thought. Rangy. Tony should be back in a minute. Also, I need to send the bloody link. What's up, Tony? Get shareable link. Did you send the link or not?
All right, we're back. Cool. What's been going on? Anything interesting?
That just went over a few levels. You called the range play. That's exactly what's happening.
Cool.
We near that 600 on the queues, so I just mentioned that that's obviously been a level over the week.
Yeah.
Quite a reactive level. And then if you look on Tanuki Trade's web app, it actually says here, so you've got that replay Gex history, and that says it's coming Q1, and then now we've got this that says triple Q, and then also to copy your levels, so it says it'll be live in 4 days and 2 hours. So I wasn't sure if we could tell the stream about it, but I have told the stream about it because it's on their website too.
Dude, I was I heard you on the way.
I wasn't sure if it's something we could talk about. So yeah. I saw it. Yeah, so I was like, sweet, we can obviously talk about it. Yeah, which is very cool. Very, very cool.
I don't
know what
cool.
Every symbol is. I don't know what every symbol would be, but every symbol but nearest only 0. So you might be able to copy multiple symbols at a time. I don't know. That doesn't make sense.
Fair enough. All right, let's have a look at the day. What are we looking at? Yes. Right, Flub's been through what he's looking for today. Let's have a little butchers as to what I'm looking for today. On the NQ, basically by proxy, I'm trading a triple Q. Took a long this morning. This was actually on one of my. What level was this? The tracker. Excellent.
So do I have to go to Apex or?
I'll send it to you now. In a second, let me just finish up this little chat here.
Yeah.
So we got my levels sorted here. Tried something a bit earlier. Where are we in? So we're in a transition zone at the moment. It's almost like a high volatility level. The actual high volatility level is down here at the moment. Let's have a look at the skew. I want to see. Okay, so we're slightly neg today, and by that I mean the puts out number the calls by a percentage of around about 26.8. So what that means is not a directional bias. This is not telling us which way the market's going. It is saying though that the chances that when price spikes downwards, it will spike downwards at a percentage higher than what it would go up, and in this case it's going to be negative 26. So the chances are that when spikes downwards happen, they're going to be a little bit more violent or a little bit more velocity than normal on the upside. So shorts are in favor if you're there. Shorting for me is only underneath this level over here. Anything from 601 upwards, looking too long. At the moment, we are bouncing on one of our proprietary levels over here. Let me see if I can get label positioning here. Correct. So this is on our push support 1. We've got a little bounce over there. If we look at the 30 minutes, what can we see what's going on? So we didn't close directly on it, which is what I love to see. I love to see candles close just on this support over here, and then the next one I'll take that retrace back up over here. That's kind of not happening. What I would want to see from here potentially is a busting right through the 601, ending up over here hereabouts, and so we'll have that bearish close underneath the push support 1 with an anticipation for it to fly down another 2 points on the Qs, which by proxy on the NQ rather would be 80 points. So 80 points from here down would be something that I'd be looking for. On the upside though, you can see we've been very, very, very bearish. We are underneath all of our daily moving averages up here, and we are currently trading underneath the weekly POES as well. So daily POES and weekly POES today are on a very, very strong level together. So I'm going to just take a quick note of this over here, and this will be areas for potential action for me a bit later. Check those. Better. There you go. Always got to be conscious of the stream, right? So let's see what the reaction is up here at the second call wall. So from here, what I would hope to see is a close, a bullish close underneath the daily POES. The next 30 minute would have to then form a bearish close, and then the following one, so that's an hour from now, we'll see the tap and go. So what is that? Roughly 4 o'clock onwards, we'll see the tap and go. If that is the case, in fact, it'll be half an hour, just over half an hour from now. It's 2 candles. So that's what I'll be looking at. Time frames for me, just to reiterate, are not anything to trade in the sense of I only trade on the 5 minute or the 1 minute or the 30 second. What these are is really just a measure of the volatility during that specific time period. What is more interesting to me is the ATR values. So how much does time actually fly by? Let me put this top right. How much movement is in that candle during that specific time frame? And I'll look for time frames that align with what my position sizing I would like it to be. In most cases, it's going to be 40 points or 1 strike distance on the Q. So I'm always looking to go from like 601 to 602 or 604 to 605. That's 40 points, and it's a very, very, very quick one when the markets are moving nice and fast. 30 minutes, you can see over here, is busting through almost 80 points. So I'm going to just lower that, of course. Let's go look at our 5 minute. 5 minute hovering around where I like to see. And of course, the anxiety time frame is sitting roughly where we want to be. So around about 35 points-ish. Coming into some strong buy vol or strongish buy volume. I know that because of the fact that I'm using a moving average on my volume meter. Volume plays a massive role in how I'll actually set up for the position. So I've got my areas of interest, I've got my ways. You might use support resistance, you might use liquidity, swings, anything like that. This is my particular style. I look for these areas for action to take place. I'm not looking to touch and go, although sometimes it is worth it to do touch and goes. The volume will tell you that as it reaches that level. How I want to see things play out in terms of taking a position is for the market to move up to here. So we'll move up to here. We'll form maybe a little bit of resistance. And then we'll see a pop through with some very strong buy volume, and then I'll look for the small little volume on the retrace. Once I see that small volume on the retrace, that's my personal signal to get in and to, in this case, get long. Otherwise, the opposite is true. You can see a lot of buy volume coming up into that level, and then suddenly that buy volume will taper off. You'll get a huge sell, and then if I see the next buy being weak, I'm looking for retracements back down. This is bullish though. We've just popped through our gamma wall. This was, if I'm not mistaken, my previous take profit. Yeah, it was. Lovely. That's why I got the alert. Thank you, Lai. Appreciate you. Remember, in this trading game, it's not only important that you're correct, but you're correct from the right place. Because stop losses do exist. And if you want to get that money on 40 points, you have to go for something like a 1 mini contract. So you're going to be looking at 800 take profit. And if you're looking at a 20-point stop loss, that's a 400 loss on that. Nothing particularly interesting to do right now. I'm conscious we are 4 minutes.
Extreme, so 600 is stacked again. And then the next level, 610. 604, where we're at now, is a bit up. But it's looking like this. Oh, okay. Kind of everywhere. I see what you mean by that. Lines just, when you move up and down, it just changes so much.
Right, here we go. We're coming up into that call wall now. So big buy volume up, kind of what I look for. Nice rejection. You would expect the rejection of sorts up at this.
Coming up to the P.O.E.S plus as well. Where are we on the naked?
Yes, we're right at, we've just turned around on the daily P.O.E.S, so that's what we call the naked P.O.E.S.
Yeah.
So we've just turned around on the naked. We've got what are all these levels that I've got? Okay, so we've got a culmination of levels. This is a freaking strong zone. Have you noticed that? The naked P.O.E.S along with both weekly P.O.E.S.
Yeah. What's your naked P.O.E.S at? Just
24,921. Yeah, 24,921.75. So we've got a straight rejection from the naked P.O.E.S. Massive sell out of it. Reason being is, and again, I can't give you an actual logical reason for this. These are mathematically calculated levels available to you prior to markets open. But as you can see, we're getting some strong reactions off them. You would have already got your 800 there, so that was 40-point projection. I don't like taking those. What I would have loved to have seen there, as this huge buy volume hit here, what I would want to have seen was something like this red candle, but that actually being a buy candle. If that had been a buy candle, that would have been my position, and straight down there for my 2 to 1. Woof, woof, woof. Don't tell me our levels don't work. Don't tell me they don't work. Don't tell me they don't work, buddy. There's a 65 points in that one. So, typical rejection. Let's have a look at the GEX stream. Oh, I've got to add GEX stream. I forgot about that. Perfect. Cool. Let's have a look at the GEX stream there. So on the GEX stream, what we're looking for here is our positioning. So dealer positioning. Allegedly, we're looking at something that claims to understand where dealer positioning is. And if I'm looking at this just based on its naked values here, we are in negative gamma. So slight divergence between what we're getting from here. And I just want to double check. Yeah, I am on 0 DTE. So I'm on 0 DTE here. Let's just watch this close on the buy there. $10 seconds, already looking too bull for me. Trump talking, so extra careful. Massive skiv appeal forming here, 2 skiv appeals in a row. Divergence on the CVD, big downward thrust, but the candles is closing bullish. Well, it's bullish at the moment, so we've got a slight divergence there between them. Back to the GEX stream though, where yeah, it wasn't my entry there. If we're looking at the GEX stream again, dealers seem to be in a fight. So we've got 604 calls and 259 calls. So we're in a massive range between two larger entities, and we assume these to be market makers or dealers, and then everything on the left over here we assume to be the market itself. So what are the individuals doing? What are the pension funds and stuff like that? As far as that's concerned, we've got some entities that are in the money, but just in the money. The dealers want this below 600. They want it above 610. A little bit of air pockets in between here. Somebody's underwater, but again, the hedging effect that the dealers have to be neutral at all times, trade neutral at all times, shows that there's a huge air pocket here. And if we convert the points on the Qs to the points on the NQ, what are we looking at the range today? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're roughly looking, we're looking at 610. So we're looking at 10 points. It's 400 point range that they're guesstimating there. If I now look at the standard deviation move on the 1 DTE, oh, we've got some goodness coming through here. Let me just let's get this back on stream here. So 303. So here is the hourly volume right on cue. I'm looking for this. If I can get
on the Q's push now.
If I can get into this quickly, I trade this. Just gotta get into.
CBD hasn't made new highs.
Nah, that's the only thing that's kind of just keeping me a bit worried here. You do have price busting out, but you do have the CVD not busting out. So what is that? That's absorption. CVD in a nutshell shows us market orders only. So what is hitting the order book right now from a market order perspective? And when things like this happen, what you have to assume is that something or someone has a monster order over here, and they're just gobbling up all those market orders to not allow the CVD or the cumulative volume of those orders to show through. This would be our swing high, retrace down. This price is busted out. This has not busted out. So here we have a divergent CVD, something to consider. Big sell volume coming straight off the bat there. Love to see it. My trade evade would open. Thank you. So again, just to reiterate, GEX stream shows us in a bull zone of sorts. So we're in between 604 and 605. That's where we've got an in-between gamma switch. Gamma switch actually does correlate back up to, yeah, they've got the switch more at 605, yeah, right here. Okay, so it is 100% the same. Those two, it's good. Let's see how this thing pops through. So again, weak sell, this big sell, weaker sell. The sell starts to taper off here a little bit. Gonna get long. Just tapering off. We've got a switch up here. Is this the retest for back down? We've got a bit of a trend line forming over here. I don't trade trend lines, but they're a good visual clue. So we've got a visual clue here. If you're looking to be long, you be long at the 604.05 level. On the Qs, that is going to be 24,883.
On the NQ.
24. Yeah, so on the NQ, 24,884 is this GEX9. And the GEX9 is lining up here with a little bit of a trend line forming. I don't trade trend lines, but this one seems to line up perfectly well. If I look from here, straight up there, we've got 1 point.
Smashing down.
Yeah, that CVD is not looking good. That 5 minute did not close well either. Got a top wick forming on the 1 minute, but no bottom wick. So is this the cheeky retest down? Here's definitely a nice line of significance. Terrible buy volume in there. Just keep my eye on Trump. Some work to do with Iran. They can't have. Okay, so we're talking about Iran. We could by proxy just be looking at the silvers and the gold, and we've broken 5,000 again on gold. Yeah, would you look at that? Weakening sell volume. Let's see how this 5 minute closes up here. 1 minute to go on the 5 minute, and that is a buy signal for me. This thing's going to have to rip down from here for me to not be interested anymore. 6 to 4.
CBD's pushing down.
What's it doing on the 5? Let's have a look at the CBD on the... Oof, jeez, oof, ish. Again, the opposite is true. If CBD is pushing down this hard with no follow through on the price, someone likes that level. It works both ways, and patience, react, don't predict. Air pocket between here and 870, 869, 50. Here we want to see a bit of a pop. This red volume can turn positive very quickly. Let's have a look, see what the 5 minute close is like. 5 minute close is straight bear. Straight bear. Top wick forming on the 5 minute. This could now just accelerate through here. That happens all too often. Increasing sell volume.
760 is the next sort of loaded level on NetGex and NetDex.
What is it?
24,760.
760. All right.
So it's the second put wall if you've got those all on. Oh yeah, that one would show me.
And it's actually the push level. 24,760.
Yeah.
Explain to me that. Just explain that to me.
The circle's much more. Yeah, that might be.
This is good news for shorts.
That's directional and it's loaded. Like directional to an extent.
This matches up with the extreme.
The market wants to be. It does.
Yeah. So we just popped like a pop below the 6. It'll probably end up doing like pop below the 600 and then buys all the way back up. So shorts at the top to come back down here, or you can have some patience and look what it does here at support 1. You got a high volatility level, and then of course you have a nice Gex 7 over here. So this is a 600 round number on our push support 2. It was a previous identified level.
Oh, bro, I was just about to say, this is looking juicy for a short, bro. That is in that HVL zone, so it's, you know, very.
Got to take aggressively here. Yeah. If you're gonna shorter, which it is looking more and more shorty. Yeah, if we break the 604, we're a neg gam down. So from 604 downwards here, gonna be pretty neg. Expecting a pop up to maybe like the 920s, 910s, 915s. Some volume over there. Air gaps though, if it pops up between there, all the way up to 940, 950. So you're gonna take some pain if you do. I want to see a pop through, retrace down. Happy to trade that all day. Want to be on the short side though, looking at that skew. There we go. It's broken that trend line.
I don't know. I think, yeah, okay. So I think we've just had that, like, you know, liquidity sweep up the top there. Onto the fucking day open, and yeah.
See a big sell into there, like that sell, like that sell.
Yeah, you could have nicely taken that off that 24,900 round number, but the ideal entry would have been that push, the naked push, not there.
Yeah, the naked push would have been there.
Actually, the Q's push is, look at that. Look how it reacted on it. Not as an entry, but that's too quick to fucking react to that. But yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Okay, let's see a little weak pop up here.
Yeah, down to that 24,840.
Not looking very strong, gotta say. Not looking very strong.
On the 1 minute, it's been breaking down nicely. Look at that CBD trending down nicely there.
Yeah.
Price is struggling a bit. Actually, is Trump still there?
It's very flicky at the moment. You kind of want to see it. Something down to the 800s, the 840s, somewhere down there. Try and retake some longs up here. Again, just based on the Gex stream, it looks like the market's trying to level lower. The reason for that, of course, is that's where dealer positioning allegedly is. But of course, it's middle of the day, so you got very wiki. Very wiki. Okay, let's see a pop up to where we're looking 900.
Yeah, we're going to break this 24,900. We're going to grab some water.
Yeah. So if we stay below this 900, let's see what happens here. We had a pop up to touch it. Are we going to grind up all day? Big buy volume. Kind of your area you'd like to look to short again if you are. Little too aggressive there. Let's just have a look. Just started the next 5 minutes. That 5 minute wouldn't look too good. Not interested right now. Again, we're at a key level over here, so we're going to be looking for whatever position makes sense at this level. Anything above here is going to be positive gamma, slow grind day, all dips bought up, that sort of thing. If it falls below here, you want to be in and out of your trades quickly. Big rips, big rips, big rips. Negative gamma, a lot of air pockets, not a lot of liquidity in between prices. And when there's not a lot of counterparties taking those price changes, or sorry, the price gaps or orders in between those prices, you'll often get like air pockets falling down in between these prices. Okay, rejected off of that line again and off of the 920. Still good enough volume to be talking about longs, so I'm not particularly jumping into anything just about yet. Let's see if this is going to be the bigger push up. Let's have a look here on the 30 minutes. 30 minutes looking sweet. 12 minutes to close for that daily push all the way back up.
Yeah, this would be the M30 push.
There we go. We're right at this level now. Let's have a look what we're going to do here. It would seem to me, based on the data and the news, that we are more bearish in our outlook. We'll have a look at Tanuki in a bit just to see what the next 3 months are looking like. And there's the rip down.
Everything's red.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. But if you look at it standalone, it's a leg transition. I don't know. But according to this video, when you're using it, use it as cumulative, because then it takes a blend of up to that period. It's just using the previous data.
Massive sell out of there. Gotta see some sort of follow through on this though. As you can see, the previous one, huge sell, no follow through. Massive. Okay. Let's keep our eye on this. This is looking super good.
That skews 100% negative.
Yeah. Is the skew?
Skews 100% negative, 104.8%.
Mine hasn't updated.
Ooh. No, mine's on the 19th. I've got the 20th showing, and that's 113 negative.
Yeah. Okay, gotta have a pop-up, decent sized candle with no volume. Gets me a bit more interested.
Hang on. Our indicator on TradingView isn't updated. It's 3 hours and something ago. Market open was an hour ago.
Luckily at this point I do have Gex stream, so I know there is a little bit of a difference between them. However, there we go. However, trading them slightly differently.
Okay, so
I've got the push levels here.
Oh, this cunt needs to shut the fuck up. Not you.
No.
Financial juice on Jesus, it was football.
Why?
Okay,
What's
so our levels are 25,130. HVL is 24,965, and put support is 24,720.
Okay. So we are going still up to the HVL. That's probably why we haven't updated today on the NQ.
Yeah. So it is the same. Okay, cool. It is the same. Yeah.
Okay. Seeing another set of super weak buys. Let's see what happens here. Some super weak buys down at the 900s, right at the top of the zone.
That daily push level, bro.
That's a good little push down there. I'll move my stops a bit down. Sweet, there we go. Nice little 300. Let's take that down. So that was an entry at 24,908. 24,908 there.
Sure.
Jumped 24,890. That's good. Happy with that. Okay, let's see another weak buy up into this little level here. In fact, if we just look at it like this, we should see something interesting start to form. So from market open till now, we're at the value area high. So we're looking 13 seconds on a semi-weak buy. That sell that came in previously, massive candle, almost no volume. So there's like 60, 70 points there, or 50, 60 points there. But the cumulative value of that candle didn't make sense. So that's a what the fuck candle, if I ever saw one. Starting to flip neg here. What's the 5 minute looking like? Five minutes about to close here, still within this range. Kind of want to get out of it. Let's have a little browse at Tanuki. Let's see what's up.
It's looking like down to 24. 760. Another test on that daily push. The CBD is not breaking highs neither.
Yeah, we are squeezing. Squeezing for a pop. Got the Fed talking in 6 minutes, so keep a little eye on that.
Oh, the CBD is busted on there.
Super weak pullback after a fully engulfing candle. Got to see this thing break out of here. It's got a little bear flag going on. Level holding up. Just trying to find Tanuki. Why can I not find Tanuki? Okay. Yeah, range play day, kind of what I expected. That's what I said from the beginning. Tomorrow, I don't think anyone really appreciates just how big a news tomorrow is. Bruh.
Yeah, skew is updated, bro. 19th, that's right.
Nice.
On the day ahead. That's right. So it's 140%. 149.
There it is. Okay, fantastic. Okay, let's have a little quick butchers at Tanuki. While we are here, it's a little buy at the bottom of the zone. So chart quickly. So the Tanuki chart is... Okay, so we are actually incorrect on trading view by quite a bit. Right here where we were was the highest net volume traded. Got the GEX there. Net DEX. More likely to long 24/720, 24/760. Yeah, 24/720, 24/760. Differences between the GEX and the DEX, obviously being the GEX, the overall, think of it as like the sentiment, and it's the sentiment switch point, and it's a systematic area where market participants need to then hedge and leverage against the options that they call either out of the money or in the money, and that is that systematic trading of it is known as the Greeks. And well, it's not known as the Greeks, but they use a system where they have things like delta and theta and all these decay mechanisms and blah 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 blah. What it means for us though as day traders is we got to look at these levels in particular and see what sort of action we get there. Don't just try and long off of a level. It's not a direction bias. Don't see green and think, whoop, it's going up if it passes through there. It's not the case. As things pass through there on the GEX side of things, like let's just say it passes, it comes down to here 24/760. It doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be a bounce, nor does it mean that there's going to be a bust through. If we look at something like the DEX, the exposure, that is more accurate to me in my experience on how things would react at that level. More of a hit and go kind of thing. Look for your volume reactions at that level. So for me, 24,965. So anything out of my box, it's exactly what I thought. So anything above the daily POES, we are there. And the high volatility level is really where our daily POES is, 20-point difference. Unbelievable that we were able to scope that out before market open. 720 on the lower end, right down here at S2. So S2 looks like another juicy 720-ish. So we got some stuff going on here that we are interested in. Took a little bit of points here on this one, but it's in a range and I knew it was a range play, so I didn't want to have one of those whip back range moments. When things bust out of this and then have crappy buybacks into it, that's when I'd look to hold just a little bit more. Two solid buys at the bottom of the range. Got to expect this to be going back up to 605, around 24,924, 24,943, excuse me. Looking for price to retest these levels as it is. On the half an hour, big volume candle as usual. Apologies. Big volume candle as usual. Once again, just keeping a little view of Tanuki here. Pushing up hard, pushing up to that high volatility level, which for us is our push level. Let's see what price does there. We've had a couple of rejections. We've got some sort of downward thing happening here as well.
CVD is popping too.
Yeah, CVD is starting to pop out. Yeah. Finally, we got a break above. Yeah. It can blast through all at once. It's how it reacts. So here we've popped through this previous kind of downtrend resistance thing going on. So hit and hope retest on the cards. Kind of stops below, but you are going to be betting that this thing is popping out of its current place. So if you believe that this thing is going to pop out of its current range, then this would be a good opportunity for you. If not, let's see, continuation buys, breakthrough, who knows? We had 3 big pushes in a row. Let's look for, oh, that 5 minute is looking good. Five minute looking real good.
Buys are tapering off though.
Take some of that profit there. Just a little quick scalp up to the top here to that daily push. Add another couple of hundreds. Let's see where we end up here. Tanuki right at its big net volume. So the most volume traded is here. We've got the couple of other metrics we can look at here. Down below is more likely where I'm interested in. Same thing, there's nothing really here to look at other than we've got the most volume traded at this level. You didn't necessarily need that tool for it. What you could have used is essentially something like that. Highest volume traded at these levels are 605. 605 is currently, yep, right here. Right here. So it's exactly where we would expect this to happen. Range play. Let's see a very weak pullback here. Let's see a very weak pullback. We do not get that weak pullback. We get a very strong thrusting downward movement. Retest buys could be on the cards. You have popped up above. It's on the 30 minute. What is the 30 minute actually looking like on the whole? Let's take some of this nonsense away. So on the 30 minutes, not great, but we are just starting it. It's a nice weak pullback here. Here we go. This is what I like to see. Do we see a less than half volume on the average here for this sell? In which case, I'd love to try and take this back up for 40 points. If it busts through that level with stronger volume, I'm going to kind of step aside. But we are at a very, very, very strong volume level here. Price has been defended quite a bit. Wasn't the exact thing that I wanted to see, although strictly speaking it is a good. I want to see it pop down a little bit more maybe. I'd rather sit here and say no to a whole bunch of maybes. Just wait for that hell yeah. If I can get this one to stay here somehow. Weakening volume though across the last 6 candles. 5 minute looking bonerific. Very nice little finish up there. Let's see something weak happening here. Just busted below that most volume level. 24,925. Huge amounts of volume here. 925. So this is a space. Not what I wanted to see though. If that had just freaking finished bearish, I would have been in that long. Unfortunately, I'm not so fortunate right now. Nothing to tell me on the CVD this is worthwhile. Pops like that are... Where do you see the skew if you don't see...
You can
see here
in the chart.
The skew here is still at minus 26.
No, mine's minus 104.8.
Oh, that's odd. Okay, let's see. Right at the top of the range with some weak ass buys. Oh, but that 5 minutes. Let's see how this thing closes. There's nothing on the CVD. Little bit of delta fuckery. Although the 1 minute's going to give you anxiety, it's actually not that scary.
Not anymore. Used to be.
Nah, 605 says 921. So you kind of want to get it from the bottom of this range. If you are going to go long, let's have a look at what that finishes in. 8 seconds, really good sell. The 24,920 seems to be a really good level. Let's see if we can get some action here. Unfortunately, we're looking like the 900s probably. Very weak sell volume now. Top of the range, tough trade as always, but we've been very directional over the past couple of days. Tomorrow's news event's likely going to temper those animal spirits. But if we can get a pop out of here, probably looking like we're going to all the way to the top of this. This is going to be 908, but 908 is 2550. You kind of just want to be tempting the 2500. Top of here is 606, 965. Yeah, that's a very respectable target, but you've got the potential to rip down here. We've got this trend line forming. This was a kind of bear flag, so I pop back up out of it. Thin retest. It's more along the lines of what you're looking for. So from a picture perfect setup, this is kind of what I like to see. I'm Just hoping we can break through the top of this range. If we can, that'd be fantastic. I'm gonna, because of my sizing, I want to just it's a dangerous position as always. It's right at the top.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's caused me.
I could do a thing, bro. I'm just thinking how we can do it, because 1 second, I'm about to TP here. Let's go up to there. Pop out of this range, bro. Come on now. Yeah, 940 is kind of your soft target. 940. You'd hope at least you can achieve 940 out of this. Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah, 100%, bro. We are squeezing up here, so no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm talking to myself at the moment. Flubbed is muted currently. Okay, we're getting the little bit of fight back here, squeezing up. Never know which way this thing pops. Kind of just want to be cautious more than anything. You're going to see rips down. Yeah, rips down. Let's see, can we avoid a 24,900 rip? Good sell volume there, right at the, is this the naked P.O.E.S? Yeah, right at the naked P.O.E.S. So, don't want to see the typical take out liquidity down here, only just to rip back up there. That's going to be heartbreaking. So we definitely don't want to see that. Don't want to see that at all. There's a lot of volume at the 900, so I'm just going to keep me a little bit safe under that 900. Going to be targeting those 60s up at the top. So hopefully we can get up to the 60s, but it's going to be a tough battle. Probably going to sit in this for a while. If not, I'm going to be ripped out in the next candle or two. Volume coming back in, not what you want to see. Kind of want to see this thing lessening. We've got a skiv appeal formed. Not good in the context of what we do or how we look at the market. 5 minute closed. Oh, doji, no volume. Never know what the doji volume was, which isn't good. Even for back testing, sucks. We'll just see what's up here. And we get a pop up to 606. Let's see that pop up to 606. What's the CVD doing? Nothing to support this move. Skiv appeal formed, so not the greatest signs here. Only a top wick formed in the 5 minutes, likely to rip down. I'm just thinking, do I protect myself a little bit? Here comes that volume. Don't like the way this candle's flicking. But then again, this is all just my opinion. Who knows? Here's the rip down. Let's see some recovery around the 900. You really are betting on a breakout of this massive consolidation here that's happening, and of course everything to the left here. So huge volume area. If you're going to be wrong, you're going to be wrong from the right place at least. So life has given me an exit. Do I take it? Let's have a look at this volume here. Oh yeah, I think I'm not so confident on that trade anymore. Let's pop this sucker back. Break even's a little bit desperate. I'll do. Let's just see some thinning out of the volume. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I'll take a little tap and go there. Maybe it's going to top me out. Yeah, that's fine. I was getting less and less confident at this trade as time went on. Big engulfing candle, but nothing to back it up there. Probably famous last words, it rips 4,000 points in like a second. But you know, it was the same as yesterday. As soon as Flub jumped out of it, you know that was the market top, right? Starting to get a little bit of something.
Yes, sir, that did happen to me.
It happens to us all. We're breaking out in the CVD. Okay, got something happening here. Something happening here. Let's see, do we take out these lows?
This talk's happening at the moment too, so.
Heightened geopolitical tensions. This monster sell sucks. Monster cell really sucks. I'm gonna protect myself just a little bit here. Excellent. So, come on, baby. Oh, Lord. Get out of that trade, Justin. Okay. That was not looking nice. That I took myself out of that at a minus 12. No. Yeah. So far, only 1, 2, 3, 4. That was the fifth. But it's again just in this range, so I'm not looking for a lot here. Top of the range monsters coming through. Big doji there. CBD flatlining through all of that buy volume. Great exit. Looking for a push down to 603. Woof. 24,845. So here's going to be one of my classics that this follows through. So big sells, no buys. Big sells, no buys. Big sell. Let's see a no buy. Right at the 604. Starting to flicky over. More volume coming through. Right at this previous area of massive volume. Gold holding strong, silver holding strong, Bitcoin slaughter. Big sell to big sell. Right at the bottom of the range.
God, I love yogurt and honey, cinnamon and muesli.
Amen. Okay, let's see a thin buy here. Love to see it. Just a higher day. Nothing interesting there for me. It would be a hit and hope long. Betting on this not breaking out of the range. So let's see which range we're going to play in now. We're going to continue to play in this range, or we're busting down to the next range below. So we've got a range below, we've got a range above. We've got a big Gex level over here. Which one do we play with today? Back up to the 916s, 900s, that sort of area. Okay. Huh. That was 420.
Yep.
My trade. It's 420.
Oh, right.
Yeah, no, my class. Again, it's like, do you bet it breaks out, or do you bet it does the same? Honestly, iMan trading taught me that lesson so many times. It's best to bet that it stays, because you would have tried to bet the breakout, the breakout, the breakout, the breakout, and finally, if it does break out and you catch that one there, you just took 4 L's trying to catch that one. Where you're far safer trying to bet between a range, and it's a good range as well. That's an 80-point range. So your range here is a far better bet to stay in, because you would have made money, 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 and now money. And you will lose the breakout. You for sure will lose the breakout because you're betting that it won't happen.
Yeah.
But that's one with 5 wins as opposed to 5 L's and 1 dubs. The thing about it is the ego absolutely gets boners when you get out of here. It's like, yeah, I guessed it right. Look how smart I am.
Yeah, but the bank account doesn't like it.
Bruh, it don't even make sense to celebrate. At that point, you just like stop. I've been there. Oh, I've been there. Weeks at a time, bro. Context is everything. Right, so having a look back at Tanuki. Let's have a little butchers over here. Hey, I see somebody's watching. Are you watching or is it me?
Not me. G'day, g'day. We got somebody watching. It ain't me watching.
No, it's not me either. Well, I wonder. Hey, there's anyone watching? Welcome. Appreciate you. Hey. What up? Welcome to the channel. What are we? We are big pussies. What do? We trade like pussies. And what do we trade? The puss. At first you don't know, now you know. Baby, baby. Right, gap fills. I didn't even notice that. I did hear you earlier on the stream talking about it. We cleared that gap, and that's kind of actually what this is at the top here. It's a gap. Okay, I didn't quite realize that. I didn't see it on my chart here, but it is on Tanuki, so we'll take that as the gospel. Tanuki trade now showing us anything new. We are looking at the top for only specifics. Things are looking more bullish. Things are definitely looking more bullish. I remember 848 days out was the only bull, but now we are bullish 4 days out, 6 days out, 7, 2 weeks out. And how are these values calculated? The solid answer is I actually don't know, but I'm inferring the fact that what they're looking at is the option prices higher than the current price right now into the future, all of those days out. And of course, options go up and down depending on the option expiry, 70 DTE, 57 DTE, etc., etc. Having a look at our table. Let's get a little bit. Okay, so we have call transition at 2505. Pretty much. Okay. So Tanuki reckons once we pass through here, 2505, that's 607, that we seemingly would become more bullish in our outlook of the market. Anything below 24840, and seemingly we would be becoming more bearish. I would actually completely agree with that. I mean, it's not just obvious, but it's visually obvious as well. So between here and here, if we can just break out of this massive thing, whatever this is, something retesting it back in. Trouble is, when you have so much built up over here, the chances of it breaking out and staying out are two different things.
Of course, the short I take is the breakout. Fuck yes, love it.
Yeah?
Of course, the short I just took is the breakout.
Yeah, you would have. I mean, here again in this range, this is too low.
That one before was looking bearish first.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't remarkably bearish, but you just got fucking sideswiped by that.
Yeah,
push.
Me out again.
Yeah. So again, like here for the range play, look here at the 24,940s down, and then the 24,850s up. So anything around about there Again, on my screen, if I move Tanuki away, on my screen there, those kind of shorts and longs, and I'll show you just now on my chart, all come here-ish or here-ish. And I got fucked. Where did I get fucked? I think I got fucked here. So similar situation to you. I took it at that previous one there and I got fucked for that long. No, it wasn't. I was fucked here for the long. It dumped short. I actually jumped out before that. So 2 dojis at the top of the box falling by volume. That probably looks more shorty than longy. Let's have a look. Where am I? It's definitely a bit more shorty than longy. I wasn't quick enough on the button. I love that. The UK is reluctant to give America British bases, army bases, yeah? But fucking migrants entering England are taking over all of the fucking army bases here because they've run out of fucking places to put them. So you got migrants, men, age 20 fucking 1 to like 35, fighting ages, all living in army barracks. What? And you don't have an invasion on your hands? No, you're crazy. So again, I hate to say I told you so, and I'm not speaking to you, Flood. I'm saying to chat.
No, I caught this on the puss.
Hey, my man.
400 in profit now. I'm going to put a trail this tight, I think.
Yeah, trail it tight. The nice thing is with trailing nice and tight is you're guaranteed a bit. You're going to get stopped out a lot. You got to kind of weigh up what's going on. But very often, 1 out of 10 trades, it just goes poof. So you just go and take your stop, your take profit, and you move that guy into a more higher than logical space, and then trail the funk out of that guy. That's how I like to do things. That's just me. What a fantastic short by Flub. Love to see it. Love to see it. If at first you don't succeed, beat the shit out of it.
And that just tapped my TP. That what did I get out of? 27 points on that one with a 12-point stop loss, so a
2.2.
So I was 300 negative, now I'm 200 profit, so that was a 500 profit.
And that's how we do, boys and girls, and those that don't like to be called either. Right, yeah, I'm on what? Yeah. It's almost like you need an AI filter, so like all your words go into an AI. Yeah. Me? No. Yeah. We can do that. I'm sure Streamlabs is going to have some sort of web interface that you can click these scenes and stuff.
Yeah. You should be able to somehow give me control or send me a, I don't know, maybe.
Yo, we just got a subscriber.
What?
Romano goes.
Oh, what? Wow. Cool.
If you look at the stream screen, you'll see what I mean.
I've seen it.
Good.
As a
Hey, he just did it again.
Doran, what's happening, brother?
What's happening, brother? That's my boy Liam. Up in the Deutschland. Actually, no, the Dutchland, not Deutschland. That's Germany. Oh, look at us popping off, bro.
Yeah, I wanted to hold that to the bottom of the range, but I thought, fuck, I'm not letting that profit go now.
It's look, again, it's range plays versus trending days. You know, it's this year, at least in the way that I see the world, these sorts of positions in the range need to be played with fear. So be scared it's going to rip back on you. Be very careful of it ripping back on you, because you're in a range, and as soon as it gets to the middle, it's diddling. And diddling does that a lot. So, yeah, it's cool. Your ego would be so good right now. You'd be sitting there with a huge, look at me, I'm so smart. But
TP was probably it was closer to 40 points, realistically.
Yeah. No, 40 is what we got.
At 27. Yeah, I just took it at 27. It's on that mini stuff. 27.
That's all we do now. That's all we do on our streams, bro. We're just trading thousands. Damn, this guy Ramona is just freaking subbing, bro.
This is just resubscribing.
It's just this guy's unsubbing, resubbing. Listen, my man, we'll hook up. Oh, we're at the bottom of this little channel. Interesting place. Is this Longies? Is this Longy Bongies? Could we be Longy Bonging? Or are we gonna break out? Do you bet it breaks out?
CBD's breaking lows.
It certainly is. But we are at the bottom of a range.
We are. Look at that rejection.
No, I'm loving that little rejection. Let's see. Too much, but it closed doji, so I'm expecting it to pop back up here. You son of a bitch. Yeah.
Oh, I was just about to click then. Right.
Didn't like that CBD close. Just looking at it again now, not my favorite close in CBD.
Small price movement.
Exactly.
So
massive.
A lot of buyers stepping in there.
I love it. Exactly. That's the narrative, right? That's the narrative that volume gives you. This is just a doji candle to a price action trader. But to us, we understand, look how small that guy was. Look at that volume. And then, of course, we've got some cool stuff here that shows us exactly that. It just shows stepping back into the market. So here, even more than before, you got to bet on the range play. I think I'm gonna stop playing. I'm gonna stop becoming a range trader.
Bro, that would have been my TP if I'd pressed buy there.
Yeah.
Range is so easy right now, especially in this market.
Yeah. With tomorrow's news coming up as well, hugely important for the American economy. Going to set the tone, more importantly, for the Federal Reserve, what they're going to do, drop or increase rates. This has massive knock-on effects. We just look at the economy right meow. What we're seeing is peeps. Let's have a look at this guy here. Slight sellout of metals, but big action off of those S1s. Very interesting. What is good old P.O.E.S doing? Of course, ES also did exactly the same with the P.O.E.S levels. Surprise, surprise. Am I surprised? Not at all. I just can't wait for more people to be on the stream so they can see this. They can become P.O.E.S as well.
It's not a bad thing to be, fellas. What is this? Concurrent 2 people. We've had concurrent 2 people we've had 19 views already. Wow.
Look at us. Look at us.
Trader models, good advice. Know what type of trader you're on, only trade in those situations. 100% agree. Trader models just commented.
Oh, nice one. Hey, you're our top commenter, my friend. You get exposure today. So, good advice. Know what type of trader you are and only trade in those situations. I mean, the better you become at trading, the less you're going to trade. Secondly, you're going to know your times exactly. You're going to come in for that half an hour little run in the morning. and you win or you lose, you get your setup and you just play through it. It sucks for the average person to live like that because, again, you're going to walk away from a trade thinking, oh, I lost. I took an L. I'm a loser. That is the worst thing you can do to yourself. Just remember, we are in the game of losing. What we're doing to make sure that we win at the end of the day is risk management. That's it. Confidence determines
100%.
my bet size at all times. If I'm not confident, like the past 2 or 3 days, I haven't been confident in the market. What I did was just drop down to micros. I still get to play. I still get to refine my skills. I still get to become a better trader. But I'm not going to put it all on the line. Today, I was a little bit more confident. We had a little bit more open zones. If we look at the Tanuki, we can see that things had a bit more range to play, and it wasn't so negative. I mean, here at the top, I was doing the cumulative values, but it's starting to turn into some positivity. So I'm not a big fan of trying to catch rips down just because they're so unpredictable. Rips down get bought up so quick, but rips up can generally get little pullbacks and then continue and then continue because the markets are programmed to just go up, and then some more up. If you understood how rich people actually get their money, you'd understand why they keep going up. But again, for another day. It's what was that? The theory that I read the other day. It was such a killer thing. Elon Musk lives by this rule. What you do is you build things, you buy stuff, houses, valuable things that earn you an income. You keep those, and then you take loans and debt out with those things. You never sell your house because as soon as you do, you have to pay the capital gains taxes and all that stuff. So if you keep like the big house and then you just keep remortgaging, taking that money and live with it, that's tax-free money. And then what do you do at the end of it all? You die. And all that debt doesn't go to your families. It doesn't go to anything. You just die. So I'll think of it as a 3-step thing. It was like buy,
hold.
No, it wasn't even buy and hold. No, it wasn't even buy and hold. It was something else. But yeah. Anyway.
It's like buy, invest, hold, and
something die. I know that. It was assets die. That was the third one. It really had a good significance to it. Cool. Anyway. Back into this ever-growing, colorful setup that I got going on over here. We've busted through. We've tapped every line. There was another little trendy that was going up here previous. I don't trade trend lines, but they are great visual cues. And I mean, we drew that somewhere here. You can see where that thing just touched and goes. So do what works. Do what works. Next place for me is, of course, top of the box here, right by my POES levels, right by the weekly POES, right by the 81.06 second call wall. So one of the more major call walls that we had. How do we know that? We know that because I have things to show you. There we go. We know that because here on good old Tanuki Trade, which is having a look at the options levels, we're seeing the net volume at this 24,925, which is on the wrong side of my screen. Here we go. At the 24,925 level, this is the most volume traded at the session here. I don't use volume on the NQ, I only use the Qs, and by proxy I trade the NQ. If I just quickly have a look here at the first break up into this little range, what are we looking at? Let's have a look. Let's do this quickly. Make things a bit easier for everyone. Perfect. Let's have a look here at that volume profile. Let's have a look from the breakouts into this new range. Right here, 2503 on the Qs. 24,925. Hey, I'm just reading it. I'm not a magician. Don't send me money. Rejection from the top of the range here. Do you bet the place continues? And we jump back down? What is the best time frame in the world, sir? 5 minute. Yet another rejection on that daily POES and the weekly POES. Okay, here we are. 24.95. Range play down. Where do we go? Let's have a look. Ski dope ski here. Are we gonna bust out of this range? Probably because of all these retests. It's like
I'll try to take that. It didn't tap me in.
So it's like another trader that I used to trade with, Nick Sean, used to say, the more something is tested, the less it is respected. Ew.
Yo, that's
deep, my bro. Deep, man. Right, deeper than deep. Who's deep? Okay, well, we are actually technically above, what is this, the naked POES? Let's have a look here. Yeah, we are above the naked POES here on the Qs. So that is our POES level. Oh, what is that? Okay, that was, unfortunately for me, that wasn't what I like to see. What I like to see here is that you see this little buy volume here. It was down at the, I can't see, it was down like the 3,000 contract level. This is already surpassing it, so I'm kind of quietly thinking on the break here, but previous to that, you know, again, we'd have to see some tapering off of the volume here right at the top. It was this cell here that set the tone for this range. So whatever player is sitting right here, and we're basically waiting for this dude to run out of money. And run out of money, it looks like he might have just done. Okay, so the breakout player, we're going to go back. If this pops up, it's going to 608. Let me just patch this down. Right at the top of that. Do you chance it? Coming down. Yeah, just checking here. We're at the Q's push. I want to kind of see it clear those levels at 24,950. If it can clear it with a candle, much happier. If I see it, this little kind of volume, this is like a boomer dying. It's like I'm sorry. All right, we're back. The next big volume I can see was that previous one that I said, the 925. That wouldn't be a bad long down here at the naked POES. But we are closing on very weak sell volume at the top. It's like, it's so weak that I might have to just try it. It's just so weak that I might have to try it. I'm fully aware. What is my stop loss here? It's at 34. So I'm at 34 down here. 34-ish. Oh, I didn't see that happen. Okay, so we are a cheeky 10. Let's see if we can sustain this move out of here. Don't want to be going anything stupid here. One little pop-up doesn't mean anything. This could just be a little pop above here, and this player is sitting here with a monster bag, like that big.
We've got 10 minutes till the 30%.
It's like I say always, you know, we can sort of infer based on some of these volume metrics and some of the other levels that we have, kind of where price will turn around. I just can't tell you how much that pop looks like or what that pop looks like. But this is top of the range play. If you're betting on the breakout, this is where you go. That fully confirms my position for me. So I'm committed to this position. I'm going to actually just pop my stoppie down a little bit. There, this can rip down, I know that. But with that sort of volume, I don't want to be wicked. That's the only thing. It happens to me a lot, so I'm a little bit more dynamic in the way that I approach the stop loss. I kind of know what my limit is. Not always. I try to. But we got in at 4.5. 4.5 here, there. 25.45, 50. Okay, so 25.45, 50. Well, we're looking for a pop up to 69 is a funny number. Let's do that one. See if we can get 69 here. That will be just about 25 points. It's popped over the top there. On a mini, I'm thinking I might. Let's just see. Let's just hold it. Let's just hold it. It's got like dump written over it. I can feel stomach building. Plus we got that 30-minute closure at, it's 4:20 now. So let's see. That weak little sell there. If I see a weak buy pop through here, gonna have to probably trail.
No, this 300 contracts here on bookmaps and iceberg behavior, bro. It just keeps restacking.
Yeah, I'm break even here. I'm break even here. It took me out of 3 contracts, but kept 7. I know it kept 7 in it, so I'm still 7 contracts long here with break even. It only just wicked me on those 3 contracts. Come on, baby, do what your daddy wants you to do. Minis. But you remember, you got 1 mini which is broken down into micros. Hold on. Oh, thank God. Sweet. Sorry. No, it was 10 micros. My bad. Whew, thanks. I know. Thanks for gut checking me. I appreciate that. Really, I do, my friend.
I was like, this cunt's got fucking balls today. You got
10 minis. Imagine that, bro. All right. Come on. This is what we like to see. This is what we like to see. Come on. Don't want to be jumping out early. We got that 7 connies.
That level's broken, so it's looking potential long. Ooh, CBD's flicking there.
And it's going to flick as long as this 1 minute stays open. So you kind of have to wait
for the break of the zone, yeah?
It's already broken the zone. I'm just scared of a retest here. So I want to take profit before a retest. I'll jump back in on a retest. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
975.
Oh. Bastard, it took me out here. Yeah, it took me there. Alright, whatever. Where did I get? 5. I was just trailing heavily there. Just under a 1-to-1. It's probably going to pop out anyway. I get that. I get that. Yes. Call me names. You're welcome. But we're slowly chipping away here. We're on 669.50 for the day.
Nice.
Nice. What's our performance center sitting on? Well, the one metric that I look at more than anything else in my life is average win to average loss. Here we go. This is retest I was looking for. I think I'll finish up what I was saying earlier. But we took that sucker.
It's built up here, just below here too. Levels.
So net dex is kind of where you want to be looking. Net dex, where are we? Net dex, yeah. Net dex is nothing on this level. For me.
No, just below here. I said
yeah. Okay, cool. I like that. 24,900.
24,880.
Yeah.
It's on 880, yeah.
Cool. Perfect. So 24,880. Let's look at some reactions down here. 24,880. 60 foul. Yeah. 24,60 foul. Now I've got too many pushes on my screen here, bro. You can see why I was very hesitant here. I didn't get that follow through I was quite looking for there. If it's going to pop up, I want to see it pop. Back to the naked push at 605. This could be the bottom of this new range play going back up. We could be doing some new trend line thing. Starting to see some of that love on the buys. Faded quickly. Yeah. Like I said, this entity, whatever this entity is here, We don't know. He's probably, honestly, he's probably defending 606. So if I look at 606 on the stream, if I look at 606 on the GEX stream.
Look at that. It's showing rejection already.
604, let's just wait for this to update quickly. We are looking at the 19th, correct, good. We're right here at this little, what could you call that? Like the green nipple zone. I don't know. This is like it's like a weird one. Anyway, we're back at 605. The market currently, and again, who actually knows what dealer positioning looks like, but according to this application, which I do like, dealers are really underwater here, up to 592. That's a hell of a drop if we get down to 592. The expected deviate, but this is, oh snap, this thing is sitting on the 18th, that's why. Why is this thing sitting on the 18th? Sorry guys, why is my freaking thing sitting on the 18th expiry V line? Very strange, very strange. Just delete this thing off my chart. Still not updating, that's so strange. So anyway, back to what I was showing. All these potential dealers, or at least identified dealers within Gexstream, have massive amounts of puts below 602 and then down. And generally what would happen is dealers wait for price to get in here, and then they do their shenanigans because they're always neutral. They have to remain neutral. They're not looking to profit off the market. They need a liquid market. So dealers are always driving price to where the most liquidity is. Why does that matter? Because you've heard a lot of people talk about liquidity. What the fuck is liquidity? It's just places where people are either the most underwater from longs or underwater from shorts, and they're having to play with those positions. And every time they play with those positions, they're paying the market makers a fee, a little cut on everything. You see those fees on your statements. That's what we're talking about. And this is what these guys want to do. Make money from fees, not from positions. So they're just neutral. And when price gets into their areas where it looks like they're winning, what they do is just offload and then look for the next set of liquidity, because they want that market to remain there. If everyone's winning, if everyone's got their bets down here at 593 and where everyone's long, then there's no liquidity up at the top here. Price must come down. Even though everyone's long, no one's willing to sell until such a time as the price is high enough and they sell off, or it breaks their stop losses and then they have to sell those stocks. So lots of logic there, and that's kind of the way myself and Flub look at this, is from a logic point of view, which is why I stopped doing the candle patterns. I stopped doing the price action because it's random. It's all random. I do think this Streamlabs is way better than OBS, dude.
Yeah, I said it might be nowadays.
It's like it's got everything like built into it, dude. It's so good. I really like it a lot. The P.O.E.S Collective. Yeah, we're funny.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Well, got one new subscriber in the last 28 days. Yeah. So. What? 1 second. I'll mute in there. Oops, that was music. Sorry, guys. Still learning everything. Yeah, my bad. There's my mic. Okay, so we just had a major news event come through of sorts. Oh, it's the US 4-week yield. Okay. All right. One second, float. Right, sorry, we just had to do some background work there because we're a crew, and that's what crews do. Apart from that, I'm seeing skimpy, nothing looking volume coming out of these 1 minute candles. Either that average is going to have to dip down a lot, or we're starting to see some weakening in that buy pressure, and we're going to get a little dumpsky. Let's have a look at the best time frame in the world, 5 minute. Closed hella bare, like really bare, like the CVD broke out of all. No, it didn't. My bad. Yeah. Price is doing what it should be doing. It's pretty cool. Okay. Hold on. Let me. Right, back on stream. Sorry about to fart at our noses. It's like this guy knew once said, "I don't like cocaine. I just like the smell of it." Yeah, I get that one. That's funny. Right, we're back on the anxiety time frame. Here we're at the bottom of this little zone. Do you bet it breaks out, or do you bet it stays in? Again, betting it stays in is more beneficial. Couple of negs on the down thrust. Let's have a look on the best time frame in the world. Reduction and reducing. Let's see, minute 30, Let's go. Oh, it's getting hot, yeah. Making guns out. No, guys. Turkey. Okay. Where's my next play at? Who's got my new shoes? Somebody. Oh! I like that. I like that at the bottom of the range. Where is my terminal? Insta rejection. Rising. Oh, maybe take a stab below. Not sure. We're right here.
Stab for a long.
Yeah, we're right here at the spot. So a quick rejection below here takes me out. At least I'm happy with that. No one's fucking happy with that, but better suited to that. It's just below here, 6.8. Let's go to 6.5. We've got a bit of a volume pocket here at 70, 24,870. Either it pops and goes, or it just blasts through. Blasts through it does, and that's me done. Woo! Good job. Good job. Man, I could have got slipped heavy there. Yo!
Mm-hmm.
Dude, good job. You. So there was no reason really for that. There was no air pocket. I don't know why it just slipped through there. But again, this could potentially be a flip retest drop again. We are starting to expand the range though. So the previous high was higher and the previous low is lower. So let's see what happens here. This is a very interesting little play kicking off here. This thing flips now. We're coming down to 602, I would say. Back here to support. 1 minute closing. Bull. Big buy from the bottom. CVD didn't break through. Only thing that's slightly concerning. It's kind of in the middle. It's at the bottom of this first range, second range rather. It's time. 1:45. So I got about 15 to 20 minutes left in my session. Let's see a very weak sell here. Could potentially bring us back up. Some love. Excuse me. But you never know. You never know. This is range play, so it's not from levels. We don't like doing that. So I'm way more hesitant on this sort of play.
Neg gamma now.
Are we in neg gam?
Yeah, we're just hitting neg gamma.
Okay, so what is Flub talking about?
Under this 24,840 is negative gamma.
What is this guy talking about? Is he speaking some sort of magic?
Tell us, Tony.
Are you a magician? Let's go look at this magician. Somehow, I've lost my Tanuki tray. Okay, let's look at this magician. What is he saying to us? What do you... It's on screen.
Me?
Yeah, what were you saying? Neg gam? So we're currently sitting in neg gam. If we look at the table, here... Oh, yeah, things aren't looking particularly good. This is a good bounce spot though. But things aren't looking particularly good, Joe.
No. Potential
720. Yeah, 720 is far down. We did talk about it earlier. That's one of my boxes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So potential to sweep down here. Take out all this liquidity from the longs that open. And by fact of the stop loss hit, price would spike back up. So that 720 doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Also 760, very stacked. Let's look at the decks at those levels. There's a little bit. There could be a little bit there. I don't know. It might be the most out of them all. Dex generally is going to be your bounce point. Again, very general terms and descriptions. And Gex is going to be your almost sentiment at particular levels. That's how I think about it. I'm probably wrong. Smart people out there, get your own stream. Already playing. 831. Looking for another 80 points down, roughly 24,760. Let's have a look at 24,760. What are we looking at? Yeah, it's just a, you know, push support one. And that's on the naked push as well. I actually need to make the naked push. Oh, can't change video changing. So around the 760, so that's the 601 level. Just going to mark out a little tingy ting here. I'm quite interested in this level here. 601, so would probably look around 15 either way of 601. So that's a 30, yeah, that's 30 points. So that's a third of 40. So that's just under 10 points there. So potential positions there, needing a drawdown of like 10. Anything that busts generally through the 50, and if you look at Tanuki that's on the screen now, you'll see that they bust things down in the half, and it's better displayed here. I did see it the other day. I'm sure. Okay. Anyway, forget what I said there. But I'm sure at some point I saw, and I actually made a comment on it, that they give these levels at the 0.5. So they go from 0.5 to 0.5, not from 1 to 1. Subtle difference. But when you are doing this just for very small stop losses, those subtle differences are quite a number of points sometimes. My skew is still out of whack. I'm actually going to turn that thing off for the moment. I don't know what's wrong with it. CVD breaking, and we've actually only just passed those points there, so it looks like a bit of absorption. No, this is absorption, but not too much. I mean, it's obvious we're in a downtrend with monster sell volume there coming into that tracker. So this is our tracker. This is generally where if I wanted to hit and hope, I would hit and hope from here. But I don't really want to hit and hope from here. The risks outweigh the rewards. Massive downtrend, no relenting. What is the best time frame in the world say? Yeah, it's just bear. Wicks down to 601. I'm gonna put some love on at 601.16 potentially. That's now 24,765. If we then look at the Gex stream, if we look at Tanuki, 24,765. Yeah, the highest struck Dex level. So what did that buy volume on the 1 minute end there? Very high buy volume. Love to see it. Let's see something in engulf. Let's see something engulf there. Yeah. I wish I could just do these touch trades, man. It's tough. I should have taken it from there. So note to self next time, when you do get this kind of pattern forming here at the volume levels, man, you already picked yourself up there 30 points. Happy days. Probably going for like the full whack from this level. Yeah, 28, 30, 40. Yeah, stop going now. Jeepers, stop going now. That's enough of it. That's enough of that. Yo, that's enough of that. Bro, you wouldn't have got tapped in. That's the sad part. 24,802, 25. They would have had to bust through there. That's all good. Yep, there it is. You know, to anyone that is watching the stream, to absolutely anyone out there, I don't know what more to show you. We're only like 2 weeks into the stream. I don't know what to show you. You've got a system which produces for you levels which consistently deliver you money. They absolutely deliver you money. All of these levels here are known to us as the P.O.E.S levels. The P.O.E.S levels form on two different charts. They form on the NQ and they form on the triple Q. What we do is we take the P.O.E.S levels for the triple Q because they come in two flavors. They come pre-market when 9 a.m. London time. When the triple Q is open for pre-market, we get these levels printed onto the triple Q. At market open, we then take those levels and we put them onto the NQ. So from the triple Q's pre-market levels onto the NQ. The NQ by itself, though, also has its levels produced at futures open. So that's 11 p.m. UK time, 1 hour after they close. And you can see the two varieties in action. So overnight. Yeah. Oh, Remy! I know that guy. I know that guy. And so just to finish up what I was talking about there, you can see quite clearly. Hold on, what was that? That was a good sell. You can see quite clearly at market open. So this is now as the market opened. Look at that level. Look at that level. That level was produced here. So 1, 2, 3 hours prior to that. Then we've got the weekly pushes. You can see the reactions there. I'll be honest with everyone. I don't quite understand why they work. We stumbled upon it. But once we did, it's hard to unsee this. And the last 1.5 to 2 years has really just been myself and Flub making a system of this. And what we've distilled it down to is horizontal line trading. So whether you're looking at the naked P.O.E.S, so that's delivered from the NQ, or you're looking at the P.O.E.S tracker or the P.O.E.S tracker. This is the inferred levels. So the triple Q's levels, these lines, these turquoise lines over here, these are levels are inferred back then onto here. Oh, sorry, here the white lines are inferred back here. I should actually sync up those colors. And as you can see, this was the place that price delivered from. Sure, it actually was seeking 601. I get that. I fully believe that. It would have been difficult for you to take a touch and go there. In fact, some of your entry patterns here, like that one, this one here would have been my long. Right there. See that little volume? You would have taken pain of 0.2, so that's what? 10, no, less than 10, 8 points. And you would have achieved, and again, our system has exit rules and everything, and it's high volume to high volume. So your entry was here. Well, actually, you would say your entry was like there, probably. And that was almost 4 points, so that's 4, 8, 12, 16. So it's about 120 points on the NQ, and you could have done that in 22 minutes. Just looking at that alone makes me think to myself, wow. Oh, this was, where was that? Was that? Oh, that was yesterday. Okay, so that was yesterday at Open.
We've got 2 viewers at the moment.
Nice. Welcome, welcome. You come to the best stream in the whole world. You don't have the BDH here. We just have the BDs here. Alright? Flood doesn't know much about Patrick Whelan, but I'm sure anyone else that stumbled upon this stream knows about Patrick Whelan.
We've had 38 views today.
Yeah. You see what happens when you get the overlays sorted, buddy. And I can switch between scenes and shit now. Right, back to some trading. Seeing some reluctance here on, in fact, the sell volume is dying heavily. We got the best times ever on the hour. London closed and we didn't even talk about it.
Oh shit, we slept on London close.
Yeah, we slept on. Look at that sell-off from the London close. Again, a lot of peeps here playing in the market. Obviously London or whoever's taking a bit of profit there, potentially. Who knows? I have no idea. But what I can say is, if this was more down, somewhere around about here, with that kind of sell volume, I'm longing.
What's the sell volume looking like pushing through here now? There's a big rejection with a new low there.
So I want to see
potential back to negative gam.
That was a little itty bitty sell volume on the best time frame in the world. 2 rejections.
Okay.
So maybe it actually isn't a bad idea to get long. You probably want to just be, due to the way that it's doing this over here, your long would likely be from 602.10. So it's 808 on the 808. 808.50. So 808.50.
Hang on, there's quite a bit of rejection on this, bro.
No, I get it. It's never going to look perfect. But at least...
Oh, the 1 minute's looking more positive than for a long.
At least here, again, the 808. Here you've got this little guy here to be kind of your marker, your eyes. If it breaks below there, you're probably looking down there. This would be your second long of the day. Sorry, not second. This would be another long of the day. And then below that, with our even bigger interest at 600. Let me just put my prices back on here.
Hourly volume now too, should be.
Yeah. 600.
Yeah.
Let's see this rip down. 608. Looking a bit better. It is a change up of the day though, so you got to be very aware of that.
Yeah, I'm still thinking the 720, bro. There's a lot of previous liquidity just below here. I don't think it's going to come all this way down and fucking leave it there.
602 right now. I'm eyeballing. I'm just looking for some failure in the follow through. How do I know failure in the follow through? I just average out the volume and then start to make a story up in my head about it. And the more I trade day after day, the better that story becomes. So let's see this push down. Show no follow through. Just having a peek over at the news. I'm not seeing anything. 6 o'clock is an hour from now. We have the 30-year bid to covers and the yields. And then we've got good old Trump talking. And he visits a local business. What? That's actually news? That's crazy.
When it's Trump, it's fucking him taking a dump in his news.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, very interested here. Getting really interested here. Obviously, it's I need to pee right now. It's at these points here where I do flip bias pretty quickly for a number of reasons. Mainly in that I don't actually trade huge moves. Right, it's coming to the end of my trading session for now. But I do like to come back in about 2 hours from now and catch the beginning of that power hour into that power hour. I actually find this to be my favorite time of the day to trade. So post London close, a bit slower, a bit more manageable. But what I do find in these times, which I love, is this weakness. These weak little, like the amount of market participants in my mind shrinks so dramatically that you start to see when people stop doing things more regularly, and that 1 minute plays out a lot better. 5 minute becomes the most important time frame around this time as well. So 24 seconds left of an absolute nothing burger sell. Picking up on the buys. Should we go for our last one today? I think so. Let's just see this candle close. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Does it close bull? Close bull with beautiful bull. Beautiful bull. Let's hope we can get a little movement back up here to 604. It's the end of the day. It's super risky. Super risky. Got all of this to cover if you miss it. So 24,800 would obviously be your better entry on that. Watching this volume starting to pick up on the sell side. Not a big fan of that. Not a big fan of that. Into this volume area. Let's see the pickup. There we go. So hopefully something like this start to form. So we caught this just over here. 6 at 230. Exactly what I like to see, but this hasn't closed yet. So we're going to wait for that close. And we're going to see what's up. Hopefully we can get a pop up to, like I said, 41. 604. Have a look at the GEX stream. Is anything changing here? The 604 would be that flip area. Well, it's not really a flip area, but it's a better area. It's a flip. So we're just looking for that guy. Getting some of that lift off. Come on, let's pop through 603. 603 is going to be a bit of a wall. No, it's actually not. 603's got 604 is the guy. So 604 is the guy. It's right up here at this high volatility level. 880. So you would be looking for 880. 25 to 65 would give you the 40 points and hopefully the end of that trading day. Beautiful, beautiful volume coming out of that. That's what I like to see. At the 40s, 20 points in the bag. Open P&L resting around 500. Gonna move it back to here, and I'm out there. Just wanted a little bit, so we're on 709 for the day. With 1L, 825.50, 825.50. So there, we just took that up. And just trailed heavily because we're at the bottom of that zone. I did not have a 20-point stop loss. I know that. here was my stoppie, and I took that 24,842, 24,842. Okay, perfect. Again, don't want to be stuck in this guy for too long. Let's get a little bit of shading there so you can see that position. Okay. Right, so that was it there. It's a bit of a scared position, but it's a scared position because I know where we are. Some of that volume coming back into it wasn't what I like to see. Would rather see pop off, and then continue to pop off. It's likely going to do it up to 604, but not my play, not my circus, not my monkey. I got my money. It's the thing about it. We used to really play on me a lot. How much you could either win or how much you could kind of lose and everything. But when you sit back and you compare it to jobs that you do on a day-to-day basis somewhere, so I don't know, working for somewhere, I do IT, stuff like that, you can actually scrape your day wage out of the market relatively easy with a lot of patience and just a little bit of fun. You don't want to get too serious on this. So keep it nice, light-hearted. Make sure that you have a narrative that you're trying to build up. And again, we're using Tanuki trade quite heavily. We're using Gexstream, and we're learning and we're getting better at reading the volume levels. Now here, I would have loved to have seen red, tiny red at this little place right here. Man, that would have been fantastic to see. You don't really know what's going to happen here. We've got nothing happening on the CVD down below here. So a little breakout, and it's basically just following price exactly where it's supposed to be. So nothing to really talk about there. Of course, this could be a trend line on its way up. We marked it out there right there, and that's kind of why I entered where I did. Just waiting for Flub to get back.
I'm here.
Oh, you're here. All right.
I'm
Sweet.
just
Well,
along on that 840.
Nice, bro. I took a long from the bottom.
Yeah, I know.
So I got there 824. Chance that it could come back in here.
This is still not the bottom of the range.
No, look, things are in your favor. Let's just see how this final one plays out. If we get a shitty sell here, could give you a little bit more confidence. You might take pain all the way down to this little trend line forming, so it's like 813-ish. But hoping on this pop. Come on, pop for us. Give my boy his money. Give my boy this money. Yes, Flub. Come on.
Bit of a struggle there.
Yeah, it's gonna struggle.
Buzz down.
We are at
Qs.
We are at 603. So you've got a sorted level. Let's have a butchers at the Gexstream. What's the Gexstream telling us? So 603. Yeah, I can see why I'm struggling at 603 for sure. It's this is over this point. 603 is where market participants who are trading options and hedging against massive positions need to start doing stuff. That's offloading, that's buying, that's selling, whatever it is, right? They need to do stuff. Watch out for this minute close here, Flubbed.
No, it fucking tapped me out. I moved my stuff a bit up.
Okay.
So that
is a far safer trade. When this is, again, like we can just sit here for the next 3 hours tomorrow again and just wait for one of these. But this right here is difficult. This is diddling in the middle. So top, bottom, what's in the middle? The diddle. So So to avoid diddling in the middle, identify something, almost like put your line in the sand, and then just go for it. But get some sort of confirmation. It's a good long. It's a good long. I like this long too. I like this long too. The fact that it hasn't dumped after getting that kind of volume is even better. But either way, you have yourself a wonderful evening. And I am going to go walk the dog and chill out. I've done the exercise. I've done the trades. We're good to go. What did you end on today, Flat?
Oh, fucking B.
BE. All right. BE is good. BE is good.
BE.
BE is good, my friend. BE is good. Me, what did I finish today? Let's have a little look-ski. Let me share my screen. I do this because these are the accounts that I'm going to show everyone how good the POES system is. If you don't believe me, just come back to the stream. There we go. Perfect. So there's us for the day, or for me for the day rather. Some days Flubbed is going to be whooping my ass. Some days like today, the market was gracious to me. Sensor on screen. Excellent. There it is. Okay. So looking at a couple of,
right.
We didn't just looking for some
now
outline.
BE for the day.
Pardon?
I was just under BE.
That's fine. Swings of 100 or 200 each way are still BE in my eyes.
Yeah.
What I'm particularly interested in is just these two metrics. So it's average win and average loss. Today we were gracious with only a few losses. So how many losses did we have? 3 losses out of 10. So 70% day. That's why the average losing trade is a bit high, because all my losses were in the 200 region. The wins, on the other hand, are what I care about. And all of those, if I look at my big ones that weren't BE, and it's only those BE ones that kind of brought my average down, they are around that average losing trade. So that's the one metric I'm looking at. Why? Because I've suffered with that in the past, and I don't want to do that again. Anyway, the day that was, maybe we'll be on stream later. But until then, Flub, look after yourself, my man. Much love.
You too, brother.
You gonna stay on the stream? Do you want me to stay on the stream, or do you want to?
No. I'm gonna fucking hit the bed, I reckon.
All right, cool. Sweet. We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace. Good night. Catch up.
Oh wait, we've got an ending screen. Yeah, look at it go. Oh snap, we didn't. Damn it, there it is. Almost cool, guys. We're almost cool.